The night was colder than usual when Arya stepped inside Blackwood House, the abandoned mansion her family once owned. She had returned only to collect a few forgotten documents, but the moment she crossed the threshold, the door shut behind her with a heavy thud. Arya tried to ignore it. The house had always behaved strangely. The air smelled old, rotten, almost as if the walls were decaying from the inside. Dust floated like ash in the dim lantern light. Each step she took echoed too loudly, as if something beneath the floorboards followed her movements. She walked through the main hall, noticing claw-like scratches on the wallpaper she swore weren't there years ago. As she reached the stairs, a faint whisper drifted from above. She froze. No breeze, no open windows. Yet she heard it again, a low, hoarse voice calling her name. Arya. Her blood ran cold. She lifted her lantern toward the staircase and saw a shadow move, slow and deliberate, sliding along the banister like a living creature. She swallowed and forced herself to climb the steps, each one creaking under her weight. The whisper grew louder, coming from the room at the end of the hall. Her old bedroom, the door was slightly open, as if waiting for her. When she pushed it, the lantern flickered violently. Her room was exactly as she'd left it, but covered in layers of dust, except for one thing. A handprint on the window, fresh smeared across the glass as if someone had dragged their fingers downward while staring outside. Behind her, the door slammed shut. She spun around and saw nothing, but she heard breathing. Slow, deep, right behind her ear. Arya didn't turn. She couldn't. A cold fingertip traced the back of her neck, and she felt the icy breath move closer. She forced herself to run, but as soon as she opened the door, the hallway had changed. It stretched endlessly into darkness, no longer leading to the stairs. She ran anyway. Doors on both sides slammed open and shut as she passed them. Shadows crawled across the walls, following her like starving predators. A voice echoed around her, layered with hundreds of whispers. "You left us. You left us. You left us." Arya stumbled into the dining hall. The long table was set with decaying plates of food, and at the head sat a silhouette. Motionless, head tilted, watching her. As her lantern dimmed, the figure slowly stood up. Its joints cracked like breaking wood, its limbs too long for its body. It took a step toward her, then another, each one faster than the last. Arya turned and ran to the front door, pulling the handle with shaking hands. It didn't move. She screamed and slammed her weight against it. The figure's footsteps grew louder behind her, dragging and scraping against the floor. When she finally forced the door open, she fell outside onto the cold ground. The house stood silent behind her, but before she could breathe, she felt someone crouch beside her. So looked up. It was the same figure outside now, its hollow eyes staring into hers. "You can leave," it whispered, "but you'll never escape." For the rest of the night, the people living nearby claimed they heard her screams echoing through the woods, long after Blackwood House had gone dark.